Well, let's have a look at the second game that they're playing tomorrow. There's two games, of course, tomorrow. The first game was that, and the second is Chennai Bangalore. This is always an exciting encounter, isn't it? Ooh, we're looking at it. Chennai and Bangalore. This is how every television network all over the world is right now. Virat Kohli, MS Dhoni. It's just on loop again and again. Yeah, but this is a marquee encounter. But what is so interesting is that usually this encounter happens with Chennai being the form team going into it, right? It's the other way around this season.
Yeah, well, yeah, I'll say yes, because I think...
You don't seem convinced.
No, the reason I'm not convinced is because I haven't been convinced about RCB either. I just haven't. I watch them and I think I've said this on here before, where season after season after season, I go, surely they've got to do it this year. Surely. I mean, Virat, AB, just them on their own. They can just, the two of them, they can bat and it'll be fine. Nah, they bat, they get runs. The Virat's got some runs now. He's in form. De Villiers is hitting it well. They've got a batting order that's working. Padikkal is fantastic. Love watching him. Just great swing of the bat, everything. And you think, yep, they look all right. And somehow, you know, and spare a thought for Yuzvendra Chahal, who game after game and year after year is getting 1 for 2 for 3 for going at 7 and over max. That's what he's going at, you know, and yet head is hanging when you get in the change room. I don't know how they do it, but they've got a great chance this time to beat Chennai. They've got a great chance.
I've got one shout for a change tomorrow. It looks like Chris Morris may come in, and if he does, Polly, does he come in place of Isuru Udana?
Maybe in place of Zampa.
Moeen Ali. Moeen Ali played the last game.
Moeen Ali played for Zampa. Yeah.
But okay. I would probably go in place of him. I think, it's their big purchase, wasn't he? That was the one they spent a lot of money on, Morris, and we sit on the side, so they'll be wanting to get him in. I think he does just bring a little bit of depth and a little bit of firepower, just something different. Udana, I think he's get some shape, and at the back end he's got that slow ball. But often the guys who can bowl a little bit more express pace and get a little bit more bounce sometimes can have an effect. So I'm sure they'll be raring to get him in, and if that side strain has recovered, that they'll try and find a way to get him into the unit.
I think with Chennai is going to make two changes. The first change that they have to make is that they are ready to make changes.
I knew you would say that. Like I wish there was a way to test whether I'm telling the truth or not, because I knew you'd say that. Like
I would have given you the My 11 Circle Badger honor if you had got that right, because nobody won it today. Nobody won it. We are all terrible, and we're just so bought into the Sharjah myth today. We've just been sold down the river by this surface. But yes, if Chennai does choose option 1, the first door, which is make some changes, gentlemen, where would you like to see those changes?
There's a difficulty for them, because the changes, essentially, if we think batting and we think, right, what's happening up at the top? Du Plessis and Watson are going well. They're not going to change that because these guys have just got runs. Now, get number 3, Raidu must play. He's been in form. He's an important player. Who comes in 4? Who comes in 5?
Right? Last time was a problem for them.
Yeah.
Got stuck.
Kedar Jadhav hasn't got runs. He hasn't got runs this tournament. But he is in, and there was Murali Vijay before who didn't get runs, right? And he's come out of the side. Who else is hanging around there waiting as a batsman to come in and bat at 4? Who has the trust of Dhoni and Fleming. I don't know. So
I think
we
Dhoni.
might-
You just
Well,
said.
Dhoni will walk in at 5. Yeah. But who
I'm thinking
walks
with
in
the
at
batting
4?
order.
That's the question.
I'm saying, what if you just pull that squad again? All right, what if you rejig? You got your top 3 and you got them there. What if you get Dhoni at 4, Jadeja at 5, right? Then you get either of Sam Curran or Bravo, whoever you want to get at 6 and 7,
Right.
and then just you try and just then pad another bowler perhaps, but then their batting is I don't know. I feel like there is something missing in this puzzle about the balance, and they have the Polly. Is their balance still there, and they're just not from their players because possibly they're a bit rusty?
Yeah, I think that the key is actually the Indian batsmen haven't really come as good as they could have. As probably when Murali Vijay, he had his chance.
Gaikwad, yeah.
Yadav's performance in the last game, I don't know, it was just mind-blowing to sit there and watch him turn down singles and then for Jadeja to get on strike and just smash it to all parts. It was like, I don't understand what just went on there. I mean, for that performance, I think he deserves just to carry the drinks for one game just to teach him a lesson. But as you say, who comes in? Because, it's not coming back off, or you're not starting this tournament coming on the back of 6 months of domestic cricket where people are firing and saying, listen, give him an opportunity. You've got to go and try and judge it by the nets, and that's a dangerous place to be searching for a replacement. So I'm sure they'll try and show some faith in him again, and maybe just have a word with him to find out what he was thinking and how they can adjust it to make him a little bit more positive in the next game.
Yeah, and not say no thanks when someone's giving him a single.
Anyway,
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Thanks. They're missing Suresh Raina, Apami.
Oh yeah, we said that right from the beginning. What is it? It's just twice that he's got 300 runs and we're saying 300 runs in a tournament. And we're saying that those are his bad performances in the space of 12 years or whatever it is. So yeah, of course you're going to miss a guy like that. And if you do that, actually, if you throw him into number 3 and then you shift Ambati Rayudu down to 4, suddenly it's a totally different order, right? It's a totally different batting unit. It gels quite nicely, and everyone is in the slot that they like. Is in the slot where they operate best, and away you go. So, yeah, they're missing him big time.
Well, okay, we will know tomorrow, because that's the thing with Dhoni and Fleming and Chennai is can't predict anything.